are ready. We are jamming. I feel like we should play reggae music. I feel like we should have a cocktail and be on that beach. Where is that beach, Randy Russell?
This is hello, first of all, to everyone. I'm Randy Russell, Director of Sales and Marketing for Sunset at the Palms. And this background is our beach.
It's
And we're very,
fantastic. And sorry, of course, I'm going to introduce you. You did a great job. Thank you, Randy. We're here today. Sabrina, of course, was both agent. I'm here today with Randy Russell. Fantastic, fantastic property you're going to hear about where you can earn 100% commission. Not 10, not 15, not 21 or 19, 100%. So it's very exciting. Not only that, you can forget all of that because when you send your clients here, they're going to be so in love with you and talk about you and recommend you, and you're going to have repeat business. But all the perks on top of that, you have a fabulous team, amazing service, and what an experience. So I'm excited, without further ado, to give you your housekeeping notes and let Randy tell you how you can earn 100% commission and all of this phenomenal, beautiful property that he's going to present to you today. Sunset at the Palms in Jamaica. Everyone, thank you for joining us. Good morning or good afternoon. And hello to everyone in Facebook land. Thanks for tuning in. We, of course, have everyone here live on Zoom. We love the reactions, so don't forget to use them to show Randy, our host, your love, or when you're shocked, or when you think something's funny, because it's always fun for our hosts to see. When you have any questions, we want to make sure they're answered. So please put them in the Q&A. Remember, we're going to send a report to Randy. If there's any follow-up on that, we'll know who asked which question so we can provide you with great service. Randy is a professional spoiler of agents. So allow us to do that for you and put your question in the Q&A. If you put it in the chat, it tends to get buried and then we might not see it. So the chat's for fun and oohs and ahs. There's going to be lots of them today. And of course, the session's recorded. If you have to run because you're telling your client about Sunset at the Palms, we forgive you, but you can catch the recording. And I believe that our awesome host has a prize for us today. Is that right, Randy?
a $50 Amazon gift card.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I know what I would buy with that. Tell me in the chat what you would do with $50 at Amazon. So only those who stay on until the Q&A will be qualified. You'll go into a random draw, and by Friday of this week, you will hear from someone that's bold agent or Randy himself, and you will be $50 richer. Again, you just have to stay on until the Q&A portion. If you have to run at that time, we know you're professionals and you're very busy, so we understand completely. But if you can stay on for the Q&A, of course, do so. Only for those of you on Facebook, no need in Zoom. Again, only Facebook. Please put your email in the comments as well as any questions you might have. And that's it. I'll let Randy take it away.
All righty. Hello, everyone.
Looks great.
You can see my screen, right? Okay, cool. So my name again is Randy Russell. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing for Sunset at the Palms. This hotel is extremely unique. It's an all-inclusive adults-only resort in Negril, Jamaica. What's unique about this resort is it is very relaxing, very serene, very tropical. You can see some of the pictures here. And one of the unique aspects I'll talk about is we have goats that people can dine with. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start. So one of our slogans is, come as guests, stay as friends, return as family. And it's really something that, I mean, I've been with the company since February of last year, having done several resorts in the Caribbean during my career. But one of the things that this really does happen here is because of the intimacy of the resort and the staff that's been there for years, we really do treat guests and as friends, and they do return as family. So we're an all-inclusive resort, and you can see on the upper left there the tree house style accommodations. It is an extremely serene escape. immersed in nature, and we are steps away from one of the most blissful beaches with a private beach club in Negril, and in fact, in Jamaica. It's for those people that are seeking a relaxing, kind of a one-of-a-kind hidden gem experience. And we have our commitment to world-class services, to gourmet dining and spa service. Every aspect is curated for your client's Jamaican retreat. Some of the resort highlights. We do offer personal concierge services, which means that when your guests arrive, they are greeted by a personal concierge who will assist them with various things, including making reservations for dinner, doing shore excursions, letting them know what the sunset time is going to be, what the weather is going to be, so they can plan their day and their stay, spa treatments, the whole thing. Like I said, we're steps away, which means we're not directly on the beach. But we have a private beach club on one of the greatest stretches of the beach, and you'll see pictures. In fact, behind me on the screen is one picture that shows the private beach club. We have restaurants and cafe, of course, a bar with a swim-up bar. Our Ginger Lily Spa is fantastic. For those of you who have never had a spa treatment, whether you come to Jamaica or not to get your spa treatment, you need to try one because they are spectacular. A fitness center, of course, we offer live entertainment in the evenings, and we have weekly chef's showcase where the chef will create menus outdoors, weather permitting, and it's really special. He talks about what dishes you're going to make, and everybody gets a chance to sample things, and then gets served an amazing dinner. We have a weekly cocktail party, guided nature tours. This is kind of cool. We have one of our gardeners who walks around and tells guests the various plants and fauna and flora that are on the property. Tons of birds and hummingbirds. We have culinary mixology classes, and snorkeling and scuba diving is offered as an option. So here are your personal concierges help you customize your stay by making spa appointments, dinner reservations, and recommending and booking off-site shore excursions. You can say we're unique, but until you get there, you really don't get a comprehension of what that means. You can see these tree houses nestled in amongst the foliage. There are 85 rooms, and none of them are adjoining. This is a two-story, well, you have to walk upstairs, so that means that they're not ADA approved or available, but they are very unique in that when you get up there, you're above the trees, above the plants, and you're watching the hummingbirds come to your deck, your veranda. So again, 85 distinctive accommodations, lush tropical gardens, flowers, birds, and beauty everywhere you look. This is not for party animals. If you have guests who are looking to party at night and get up and drink all day and do that, yes, they can drink all day. Of course, we're all inclusive, but this is not a party animal place. This is for people who really want to come and just totally, as we say, chill in the grill. And Architectural Digest does love our rooms. You can see them. They're very open air, very bright colored, and you can see the foliage right outside your door. And we also will bring you hummingbird feeders in case you want to have those be outside your door as well. In the room amenities, all the things you would expect. Self-control, air conditioning, free Wi-Fi and television, king-size bed, mini fridge stocked daily, large balcony with day beds, complimentary robes and slippers, modern and stylish bathrooms, telephone, hair dryer, iron and ironing board, a kettle for coffee and tea, and an in-room safe. We have 3 categories of rooms. We have treetop standard, treetop deluxe, and split level treetop suites. The treetop standard and treetop deluxe rooms are, for all intents and purposes, the same, except for their location. There's 19 treetop standard rooms, which are located closer to the road that separates us from the beach. And then there's the 63 deluxe rooms and 3 suites that are nestled amidst the Sunset Palms Gardens. Each one of them, again, has French doors that connect the balcony and the room with large wooden louvered windows along the walls. So you can close those down and it can be very intimate and dark, or you can leave them open for brighter views. Represents one of the treetop suites. This is the downstairs. So you have the day beds. So you can sleep up to 4 people. And there's, like I said, there's only 3 of them. Then go very, very, very quickly. So one of the unique features of us is Betty, our resident goats, one of our resident goats, and our honorary gardener. She's been at the property for several years now, and if you look over here in this picture, where we're having a picnic with them, that's Royal Brown. That's the father. We actually performed a wedding ceremony when we got Royal Brown back in, I think, 2017, and of course now there's multiple kids. And what we do is we actually donate some of the goats to staff members who are looking to raise their own goats. Let's go to the beach. This is one of the most beautiful stretches of beach. If I was to tell you, if you're in Negril, if I was to tell you that to the left is Rio, to the left further is, on the corner is Couples Negril, and then at the end of the bay is Royalton. But we have a private stretch right here. Of course, it's private from the standpoint of the high tide north inward. There'll be guests walking around this whole area here. There's these guests from other hotels can walk this, but this is they can't come into our private beach without being one of the guests. So we're never crowded. We only have 85 rooms, and I've been there several times, of course, as you would imagine, but I've never really seen it where I would like, oh my God, I need to find a deck chair, a lounge chair. There's always availability. We do have red flag service as well, so it's not pictured here, but if you stick your red flag in the sand, we have staff that comes, will take your drink order and also serve you food from our beach bar and grill. There it is, Beach Palm Breeze Bar and Grill, light sandwiches, light meals, tropical drinks, and of course Red Stripe beer, and some of the best jerk chicken that you will ever experience. And every Wednesday we have a beach party on a beach buffet on the beach. We offer it to all the guests, weather permitting, of course. And then we also have a separate area, which I'm pointing out over here, that we use for our repeat guests. So they get special treatment that they should deserve. In the event that the weather's not conducive, then we would hold the repeat guest dinner into our Lotus Leaf Cafe, and everybody else would be in the Palm Groves restaurant, still enjoying a wonderful meal. This is an example of where the Palm Grove restaurant is. Open air dining pavilion. We serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Our Lotus Leaf restaurant is the a la carte restaurant for dinner, and it's spectacular. I always point out that this is actually, the background here is actually a wooden mural. All these little, it's like a wooden puzzle that an artist put together, and every time I walk in there, I'm amazed when I look at it real closely to figure out how can somebody build a puzzle like this. And of course, you would expect the food to be spectacular. And then we have our chef's showcase under the stars, where the chef is explaining what dishes are going to be served. His staff is helping them serve them. And it's just a really unique under the stars dining experience. The Irie Martini Bar is where people go at evenings to regroup from the day, meet new friends, catch up with friends, have their drinks. And then the gentleman on the lower right-hand side is Paul. He's our piano bar. our piano player. He has been, I've known Paul since I was with Couples Resorts years ago, and I've known Paul for about 25 years. And he is a very solid, cool entertainer and gets everybody singing, including me sometimes. And then we have our cafe, blue coffee bar, which serves coffees during the day, snacks. And this here is what we call the jiggy coffee. It's Blue Mountain coffee with a little bit of alcohol, and it's delicious. We've just completed a renovation of our pool. So we have the swim up bar, and it's called the Bamboo Pool Bar. It's an outdoor delight by day or night. And I mentioned the Ginger Lily Spa. These ladies are magical. And we get lots of very, very positive responses from people on TripAdvisor and at the resort itself. So the whole body will settle in and say, ah. I think that's kind of the theme for Sunset at the Palms. It's an relaxation feeling. You get there, you've been traveling for several hours during the course of the day. It is about an hour and a half bus ride or transfer to the resort from Montego Bay. We do private transfers, nonstop private transfers as an option. And once you're there and you get into the vibe of the hotel, then it really does you start relaxing right away. Of course, you want a bit of activity, we can do optional shore excursions. A few of them are shown here. The gym is well equipped. We do cooking contests, not contests, classes, and bartending classes as well. And you can swim with the horses if you so desire. So one of the perhaps most important aspects of the resort, besides its being so romantic and so lush, is that weddings here are very intimate, quiet, and spectacular. We have actually come out with a complimentary wedding package that is called Sway Away. Swaying Palms. Sway Away is a deposit program. That's Swaying Palms, where if you have 3 rooms and 5 nights or more, and you opt for this wedding ceremony, the cost of the ceremony is included in your stay. So that's what we're talking about. It's every scent, sight, sound, touch, taste is an invitation to indulge. Relax with a book, fall in love again, recharge your spirit, and simply chill in the lush tranquility of Negril. Of course, Jamaica on. So again, what's new? We had a totally renovated pool area. New hotel manager, Donna Grant, who I used to work with at another resort. An executive chef, Michael Barnett, who is extremely well known in Jamaica. He's offering new menu options. We have a new website and a new travel agent portal. Oh, and this is Vacation Express. This is not right. I apologize for this one, but nonetheless, Vacation Express is one of our partners. So the 100% commission. Let me go there. Okay, let me talk to you about the 100% commission. If you book a total of 35 room nights during the course of the year, that could be 5 7-night stays, it could be 7 5-night stays, it could be a combination of other stays, then you have the opportunity to earn 100% commission. And how that works is we give you a 4-night stay that you can turn around and sell and earn 100% commission. You can give it away or you can use it yourself. Were it me, I would probably use it myself because I've been sold this property. I'm telling you how nice it is and how quiet and relaxing it is. And from there, we move on and we leave the hotel totally relaxed and waiting to come back. This is the client sort of very, very respectful of everybody else at the resort because it's so small and it's not bricks and mortars. The opportunity to meet and greet friends that you've seen before and to meet new friends is pretty special. And I've been there when we've had people that have been repeat guests. I've been there when people are the first timers and the honeymooners, weddings. Again, it's something that because of the location of the resort, because of the size of the resort, it's hard for us to compete with some of the mega resorts from an experience standpoint. You know, when you're at Sunset at the Palms, you're in Jamaica, you know that the staff is really, really there to help you or your clients enjoy their stay, make sure that they take advantage of all the opportunities that are there, deliver the hummingbird feeders to your room so you can sit out on your veranda and have a coffee and watch the hummingbirds. It's that type of vibe. So if you have party animals, I always say send them to hedonism. And if you want to have guests that are just down there to chill and relax, then I cannot think of a better resort for that to happen. So that's my spiel. That's Sunset at the Palms. So Sabrina, what can we do now?
We can go and get some hummingbird feeders and go in your, that's all I can think about. What can we do now? Oh my goodness. Well, there's so many great things. So I've shared with everyone the page of Sunset at the Palms on Spoiled Agent. So you can take a look at that 100% commission offer, how you can book. They've got incentives. They've got an agent portal, which is really fantastic. Of course, I can show that if you want to on my screen. Randy.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay,
because
well, let's do that.
I obviously pulled up
No problem.
a different presentation, but
I'm happy.
Vacation Express is one of our key partners in the United States. So I'll
Will
give
you
them a
just tell
plug,
me
even
if you see this?
unsolicited plug.
Do you just tell me if you're seeing now?
I can see your screen, yes.
But are you seeing Sunset of the Palms or 150 emails that I didn't answer yet?
Sunset at the Palms.
Yay! Okay, ready? So this is a beautiful property that you just saw. So I'll scroll down and I'll let you chat. Hopefully the visual is okay. I'm gonna make it a little bigger, okay, everyone? And give me a thumbs up if you can see it and it looks good. Let's see, the reactions are coming in here on Zoom. Oh, all the thumbs and all the different shades and colors. I love it. Okay. And Judy McDowell said in the chat, it is a fantastic place. I loved my stay. Thank you,
Hey, Judy. Hi.
So here's the 100% commission offer. Randy already chatted about that. So I'll scroll a little further unless you want to stay here, Randy.
No, that's good. I mean, again, it does detail it there, what you need to do.
But here's another great thing. Your incentive.
By the way, yeah, we do offer, we start at 14% commission. But we do have some opportunity up to 20%.
Up to 20%. Okay,
right.
Great. And so this is your agent portal. Here, there's a link to that, I believe. Let's press it and see what happens.
It should take it.
Okay, it's not taking me yet. That's okay. I'm going to get the agent portal and I'm going to share it within here. And look, there's also great agent rates and the contact information so you can go and experience this for yourself. There's weddings, there's a fact sheet that we can download. So all of that is in the link that I shared in the chat with all of you. I'm sharing it again right now. And I've also shared that, of course, in Facebook. So while we go through, I think we only have 1 or 2 questions. I see a few hands up. So anyone who put their hand up, if you have a question, we do not unmute because remember, we're trying to attract hummingbirds. Okay, so you just have to put it in the Q&A for us. Otherwise, it can kind of get a little bit loud. There's no hummingbirds here, unfortunately. But we can't unmute everyone because it just gets a little hard to control the sound experience for everyone. So we ask you to just put it in the Q&A.
And
So
it
this
might
is the,
scare, and it might scare our goats a little bit if you
it
have.
might scare the goats. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, you know, the goats and having their names and with the community is just, it's my favorite thing. So Judy, thank you for sharing with us that you also had to stay, and that is amazing. Okay, so let's go. We've got a few in the Q&A, and anyone who put your hand up, you still have a couple minutes here to throw in your questions that you might have for the Q&A. I am on Facebook where I have nothing but amazing comments and emails. If there's any questions, throw them in. So here's the Q&A for Zoom. Tawana is asking, would you recommend this property for retirees or individuals who want to go on a retreat?
100%, 100%. I mean, it's a place where couples, whether they're young or young at heart, are going to find an experience that brings you closer to each other, because it is so beautiful and so intimate and so peaceful and tranquil that you can't avoid it. You have to be, you're going to fall in love again. You know, you may make love again for the first time. Who knows what it is, but it's going to have an impact on your life. And we know that once you're there, the chances of you returning, we figure it's about 85% chance, because we get a ton of repeat guests, which, by the way, as a travel agent, is great for you, because all you need to get them down here is once, and then they'll come back to you again and again and again to book their third, fourth, fifth, 20th trip.
That is so fantastic. So true. And, you know, people go into places wherever and go with trees and the forest, and people also love the beach, but you have both worlds. Like you have nature and all of this exuberant vegetation that you get to experience, and one of the best, or the best, maybe, beach in Jamaica. Wow.
Now, you know, and our group policy is very fair and exciting from the standpoint of how many rooms you need in order to get a group rate, and also free rooms based on that group size. Weddings are perfect for us. Small weddings of 10 rooms or 12 rooms are just amazing. And again, because it's such an intimate resort, everybody ends up having a great time. And, you know, we've had people that come down as part of a wedding party that decided to get engaged while they were there
Oh,
from
wow.
somebody else's wedding. So, you know, it just has that, it just gives you that kind of vibe that you know you need it. And, you know, however you are looking towards, if you're from the US and are looking towards the elections, this is a really great way to escape. You know, escape the chaos.
Yeah.
So
Well,
the,
everyone has chaos, right? No matter where they are. So much
yeah,
life is just chaotic.
right.
That's
But you
so
know,
great.
typically in a U.S. election, you know, there's a lot of angst going leading up to it, and I just would recommend that you vote early. You know, do your mail-in ballot, and then come down and enjoy your a quiet time.
Yeah, remember what life is about. Simple, beautiful. Okay, with it being, I know you covered this, but maybe you'd like to just briefly touch, the question was asked, with it being a small property, how is accessibility for the property?
Accessibility meaning from a handicap standpoint, it's not very accessible that way, because the rooms are on stilts and they need to have 10, I think there's 10 to 12 steps that they have to go up from that standpoint. Accessing the entire resort, it's a 20-minute walk. You can walk around the entire resort in about 20 minutes. And I strongly urge anybody who comes down and advise your clients to do the nature tour, because it's pretty special. The gardeners who do the tour, they're really into their job and they know their stuff. I was going to say another word, but they know their stuff.
They know their
So
plants.
they know their plants and their birds and things like that. So it's just one of those experiences that will be very memorable for you.
Oh,
And
fantastic.
sitting out on your balcony, having a coffee and from the blue coffee a bar, a cafe, and Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee, of course.
Unbelievable coffee, let me just
Yeah,
say.
yeah, and then you have the hummingbirds coming up to you right, feet away from you. It's really special.
And you talked about, thank you, Randy. You talked about 20 minutes to walk through the property. We have another question on that note. How many rooms in total do you have?
85.
Okay, and oh, go ahead.
There's 19 standard rooms, 63 deluxe rooms, and 3 suites.
Okay, and what other tour operators besides Vacation Express? Or do you work with them all, or do you want to?
Well, in Canada, we work with them all. In the United States, we have Delta Vacations, Vacation Express, and Pleasant Holidays out on the West Coast. Those are our major ones. We do work with smaller ones as well, but those are the major ones.
Okay. Does the property have a limit on the number of weddings per day?
We, that's a very good question. The answer is we only want to do one a day. And so far we've not had to have that be an issue,
Okay.
which I guess is a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. From my standpoint, I'd like to do 2 weddings a day, but that would be the limit.
Yeah, I hear you. It depends on the property size and everything, right? And how,
Right.
and areas, you can probably do something different simultaneously maybe and not even
You can do it on the
have
beach. You
them.
can do it in the
Yeah,
gardens. You can
yeah,
do it. Yeah.
that's fantastic. And Doreen's asking, when is the best time to come?
Well, anytime in the Caribbean, I mean, you're going to pay a higher rate if you come from November till April, particularly from the Canadian market. If you're in the US, the April, May, June is spectacular weather as well. Right now we're in a period of time that everybody knows is a tough time in the Caribbean for hurricane season, but that doesn't prevent people from coming down. We're right now running about 65, 70% for August, which is good for,
Hmm.
when the kids go back to school. This week, a lot of the kids are going back to school. Some were waiting until Labor Day and I guess first week next weekend. But for all intents and purposes, the resorts open year round, and it's it's special. It's just special.
Hmm. Anytime is a good time. Okay. Do you have any sustainability certifications?
We are Green Globe certified, and
Very
there's
good.
there's a lot that goes along with that. We would love
There's
to be
some.
able to do more, and we're working to figure out how we can be even more sustainable. But yes, we do have Green Globe certification.
Okay. And I have a last one. How are the beach vendors at the beach club?
Almost non-existent. They're not allowed to come into the beach area. They can, there's no private beaches in Jamaica. The beaches are public beach up to the high water mark. And at that point, then it's the private beach. So they can walk along the high water mark. But the thing is that because it's so quiet and there's so few guests sitting there at the beach at a given time, the vendors know they're not going to make their money there. So they may walk by, they may say cigarettes, they may do those types of things. There may be a mental band that comes and wants to play, but they can't come in unless they're invited by you to play them a song. So it's not like if you go, let me think about this for a minute. If you go to Couple Swept Away as an example, which is a gorgeous beach, there are vendors constantly going up and down the beach there on the 7 Mile. I just should say on 7 Mile Beach, there's constant vendors. Some of
Yeah,
them are
that's a
very,
totally different experience, but of
yeah,
course there's the crowds there and it makes sense. Yeah, your
right,
explanation's perfect.
right.
Okay. And then we talked about accessibility already. And then the next one is I have from Facebook, how far from the airport?
It's about an hour and a half by transfer.
Okay,
And
perfect.
again, we do offer transfers, private transfers as an option, which travel agents have been booked through the portal.
Okay. Another question. Hi, would you recommend this location for a college graduation trip for my grandson and his friend, football players?
Well, it depends. If they are coming down to party, then I would say no.
Mhm.
If they come with their girlfriends or boyfriends, then, as long as they're respectful of what the resort is, then I would say yes. But that's the challenge when we have people who don't know about the resort, what to expect. They're all inclusive in the grill and they come down there with a party mentality. Two things happen. One, they're not going to enjoy themselves, and they'll be shunned by other guests who are there to chill. So it's we've had people come down with a party mentality, and after a couple of days decide to stop for them, and we find them an alternative place to stay. We've also had people come down that once they got there realized it wasn't the party atmosphere. I'm not saying that people are not having fun, but they're not just it's not really loud music and party animal kind of experience. There's no disco, for instance, that kind of thing. So once they realize that, then the two options are they say, you know what? I didn't think it was going to be like this, but I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to really chill while I have the opportunity, or you put them at another hotel.
Yeah, no, it makes total sense. Does the Sunset at the Palms have upcoming trade shows or events that you'll be attending in the US by chance?
Not at the moment. Not at the
Okay.
moment. We're very lean and mean, if you will. It's me and one other person who's based in Jamaica, um, Amy, who is the owner's daughter. But we just can't. We just don't have the staff nor the budget to go out and do all the JTV shows and things like that we would want to do. We haven't said no to some shows, but we don't have anything on the books at this moment.
And well, that's why we've got Spoiled Agent is a great place to go. You've got the page there with the resources, the information, the webinars that you can view, the agent portal that they have. I think is pretty fantastic what's available to you for such a special experience. And that's why, you need an agent. That's why I applaud you all for being here so that they can talk and you are the ones that can direct the clients to say, well, this is what this experience is about. Doreen says she'll work for you.
We always are looking for outside agents, so
There you go. Do some rooms have two beds versus two beds v two single people, like if two people are traveling together that are not wanting to share a bed?
we have, I think, three. But when you walk in the room, the beds are together, like it would be a king size bed. But we do get single people traveling. I can relate a couple experiences. One was a CEO of a company who just was under pressure every single day at work and decided he needed a break. And he came down with like 5 different books, and we hardly ever saw him because he would go to his room, be up in his balcony doing that. We'd see him for dinner. He would go to the beach, not so much, he wasn't so much a beach person, it was just wanting to have a total relaxing experience. And then we've had girlfriend getaways as well, where a couple girls would come down, whether they're sharing the bed or using a single room. We do offer single rates. So that's another way to consider, we've turned away bachelor parties because that's not what we are. Bachelorette parties seem to be a little more, particularly if they know about the resort. If they know that you're going to come down and be spoiled, no pun intended, spoiled engine. But if if they know they're going to be spoiled, they're going to have spa treatments, they're going to have girls dinners together, or
Relaxing.
relax on the beach. Then yeah, we get some of those types of small single people groups.
Wonderful. And
Solo travelers.
Judy wanted to add that all the staff were wonderful everywhere. Even the guard at the gate was so friendly.
Yeah.
That's kind of you, Judy, to share. Thank you. It really is something special and something amazing, as you mentioned. And I'm so glad that we get to be part of your team in a way, Randy, and share with the agents what a special, special trip this is. Even the fact that, the director of sales and marketing knows about the guests, and because, that's just how intimate it is and the service that's provided, by the team, that speaks volumes, and you can't have that at every resort. So let's just
Right.
say, you can have that at Sunset at the Palms, and you can have incentives and commissions and all these perks as an agent and happy clients that are returning customers. So you have it all.
I just want to mention one other thing that I just thought about, and that was we had a gender reveal party on the beach from a couple that they did their own streaming.
Oh,
So
wow.
they're on our beach and they had a gender reveal kind of event, and it was very, very cool.
That is neat.
Everybody
That
was
is
crying.
super, super neat. Wow. Well, I can't wait till we have our next webinar to hear about the more experiences, because that's what it's about, right? And it's also what the travelers of today are looking for, to have an experience, like you said, to recharge and rest. And it's so great that you agents are here so you can direct the proper clients to this phenomenal experience that they'll have at Sunset at the Palms. I want to thank everyone. I think we've covered all the questions. We have all the hearts. Denise says it sounds like her kind of place, a different Denise. Katie's sending hearts, and Vicky said she loves it. And thanks all of you. We see you, we hear you. We appreciate your support for our suppliers. We appreciate you, Randy, for being here and
My
sharing
pleasure.
your phenomenal property. Do you have any final comments to share?
Well, I think I've said it all, but at the same time, let me reiterate that if you have clients that need or want to just chill, and we coined the phrase chill in the grill. That's the place to go. Sunset at the Palms. I'm good.
Perfect.
I'm good with that ending.
I think it's great. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time, hopefully soon on another webinar. Have a great day.
Bye, guys. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Thank you, Randy.